YouTube, it's me here, Amino, back again with another video, and today I'm going to be basically doing a video I've had planned for a little bit, and it's basically going to be the essentials and everything that you basically need to have with you if you're going to a convention and or cosplaying at said convention. Basically, I'm making this video because whenever I went to my last convention, I was not prepared. I didn't have any extra makeup with me, I didn't have, I barely had my phone charger, I lost a lot of stuff, and I got a lot of stuff, you know, messed up. But, you know, next year I'm going to be prepared, hopefully more for every other convention after this, and hopefully be able to actually go to this convention and be prepared. So basically, this is just going to say some of the small essentials and little things that I found would have helped me out if I had them at this past convention. Bobby pins and hair ties. You never know if your wig is going to start coming out of place, or if you need to just like take off the wig and put your hair back up, so bobby pins and hair ties are definitely a thing that you need to have as an essential with you if you're going to a convention in cosplay. Extra makeup! Basically, the reason you're going to need extra makeup is if you are, like I said, once again, in cosplay, your makeup can always come off or start smearing because it can get very hot, especially if you're in many layers, and your makeup may start to smear, or your makeup may just start to come off because you didn't seal it correctly. So it's always good to be able to reapply and touch up your makeup, especially if you're not in the hotel that the convention is being held at. So you can't go back up to your room. So I would definitely recommend having makeup and basically all of that with you at all times during these conventions. Makeup wipes. So once again, makeup may start smearing, and you might need to reapply more makeup, but it also might be hard to get the old layer of makeup off. So always having makeup wipes with you is a very good thing. If you don't have makeup wipes, sometimes lotion can actually help. And for you to like get that off, just don't get it in your eyes because that will hurt very badly. But makeup wipes is a definite thing you would really need to have with you if you're cosplaying at a convention. Needle and thread. The reason you might need a needle and thread is because if you made your costume, or sometimes even if you didn't make it, your costume can start to come undone, and you may need to sew that back up real quick. Now, you can also get a hot glue gun, which can be another thing, but I think a needle and thread would probably be easier to carry around. Now, I know at some cons they have people that will come around and you can grab needle and thread from them and hot glue guns and all that. Like the last con I went to, they had a cosplay help station where you could put your costumes back together if they came apart. But not all, I'm assuming not all cons have that, so it's always nice to have some with your, you know, some of your own. Gum and or mints. Now, I would definitely recommend having gum or mints with you because, once again, you're walking around all day. You might not always have water with you, and you might have a lot of food, and that could sometimes make your breath start to stink, and if you're going to talk to people, you might not want that. Like, I know I want it, so I think it's definitely a must-have to have some gum or mints with you. It can also just be a nice thing to have with you, because when you get bored, sometimes I know when I get bored I start chewing gum, so I would definitely recommend having gum or mints with you if you're going to a convention, and even if you're not in cosplay, this is kind of just a thing to have, so. Phone charger. I would definitely recommend bringing your phone charger with you because you might want to take some pictures or just like update everybody, or even if you're with some people at the convention, it is always good to be able to tell them where you are if you get lost from your group. So if you don't want your phone to run out of power, definitely bring a phone charger with you, and that's another very big essential on my list if you are going to a convention. Another thing you're probably going to need really badly is some type of bag. At the last con I went to, I carried around this American flag bag, and I carry this bag around everywhere because it's very handy, so I definitely recommend having this one with you. Basically, the reason you might need a bag is it can help carry all of the items I just named, and it can also, you can also use it to carry prints around, or anything you basically buy at any of the artist galleries, or merchandise halls, and those are a thing that this is a bag is a very good thing to carry around with you if you're going to a convention, so I would definitely recommend that. Hand sanitizer. Okay, hand sanitizer is a thing you probably might need. It's not exactly an essential, but it's something I would have because there's a lot of people at conventions. You don't know where everybody's been, you don't know how many people are sick there, so having something just to make sure you don't get sick, because post-con sickness can get very bad, and it's a good thing to have something to keep you from getting as sick or sick at all. So I would definitely recommend having some hand sanitizer with you at all times, just so you can use that every once in a while. Hairspray and or hair gel. Basically, I'd recommend Gut2B because it's very good hairspray, also the gel, so I'd recommend using this if you're wondering. Also, it's a good thing to have hairspray or a hair gel because sometimes when you're cosplaying, your wig can get messed up, and you need to redo some parts in the wig, especially parts that stand up. As for my Akashi Seijiro cosplay, there's a lot of parts in his hair that his bangs are very weird, so I kind of like, it's a nice thing to have if it starts to unstick. So I would definitely recommend hairspray, and definitely the heavy duty kind. It's expensive, but it's definitely worth it, so I would definitely recommend this if you're going to a convention. Next thing I would recommend for you, which is maybe a kind of a weird item, is a DS or some kind of game system just to like use during your off time. You might be wondering, you know, I'm going to be doing a lot of things at this convention, why do I need a DS or something to do? First of all, yes, you might be doing a lot of things at the convention, but there are always kind of times, or at least usually there are kind of times where everything's kind of just mellow and you just need something to do, so you have something to waste your time on. Also, LineCon. LineCon is basically where you're in line for so long at these conventions that it can sometimes get very boring, so it is always a good thing to have something with you to make the time go by faster. Luckily for me, I had a friend in line, so LineCon only lasted about 10 minutes for us, but, you know, just in case, always have some type of electronic with you to pass the time. A camera or your phone. Having your phone with you is a very important part because, you know, you might come up to some cosplayers and you're like, I love your cosplay, can I take a picture with you? So it's always a good thing to either have a camera or your phone with you. So once again, that's kind of what you need. Water. If you don't have water, you can get very dehydrated, and especially with all the layers, it's not comfortable. So I would definitely recommend having some water with you. You can, at most cons you can buy some water from like vending machines and everything, but it's always nice to have some with you and on you, so you don't have to like spend as much money and everything. So yeah. Snacks. Now, you might be like, you know, why would I do that? It's like, snacks are a very good thing to have with you. You're gonna be walking around all day, you might get hungry, you might get tired, and I know whenever I went to the con, we had a lot of snacks with us. We had a whole bunch of candy, and we all just kind of sat in a hallway, ate all of it, and then had a selfie competition. So, you know, definitely have some snacks with you. It's a good thing to have, especially if you're too lazy like us to go to Starbucks, which is literally like 2 feet away. But, you know, money's a thing. The next thing I recommend to you is a brush, especially if you're in your cosplay. This is a very good thing to have, especially when you're in your cosplay because, you know, your wigs can get all tangled or start to get messed up, and it's a good thing to be able to brush out your hair and your wig if you need to. So I would definitely recommend having a brush and or comb with you, or maybe both. Next thing I'm going to say you need is probably headphones. Like I said, there can be some times where some downtime comes along and you need something to do, so listening to music can be a thing that you need to do. Also, if you're just wanting to watch a video on your phone when you're in line, once again, headphones, because you don't want to disrupt everybody else around you, so I definitely suggest having headphones with you at all times. Quick camera change. Sorry about that. I messed up the last clip of my video, so I'm refilming it real quick. The last thing you really need to bring with you to a con is a wallet, basically for keeping your money in, keeping your ID in, anything like that. So yeah, this is a definite. Thank you for watching this video. I'll see you next week on a new video like this. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and yeah, see you next week.